Welcome back for our presentation on the offered social package to aid and/or assist poor households and the conditions related to qualify for aid and/or assistance. We will give the mayor the opportunity to present the social package incorporated in the budget. As ratepayer, you need to take note about assistance and aid available. Over to you, Mr. Mayor.
Finally, I want to talk about Cape Town's social package to support those households in need. With 5.2 billion rand in support, including rates rebates and indigent relief. Our city already has the highest free water allocation of all South Africa's cities, at 15 kilolitres a month of free water. We also have the widest criteria for 100% rates rebate, available to all properties under 450,000 or all households with a household income under 7,500 rand a month. More pensioners and social grant recipients are also able to benefit from rates rebates because we've raised the threshold at which you qualify from 17,500 to 22,000 total monthly household income. And for property ratepayers, all residential properties under 5 million rand in value get the first 450,000 rand of your property value rates free. Again, this is the highest rebate of all South Africa's metros.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. In this segment, we focus on perhaps the most critical part of the city's draft 2025 to 2026 budget, the social package. This is the crucial safety net meant to protect vulnerable households from unaffordable municipal costs. The city has announced a 5.2 billion rand package, but what does this really mean, understanding the 5.2 billion rand figure? The city highlights a 5.2 billion rand allocation for its social package. This large figure is intended to cover various forms of support, including, what's in the 5.2 billion rand? Rates rebates, pensioners/indigents. Free basic services include water, electricity, refuse and sanitation, direct grants/subsidies paid. This includes property rates rebates, primarily the income foregone from not charging qualifying pensioners and indigent households, which was already 1.98 billion rand in the 2024 actual financial year. 2024 actuals, is it a real increase? So, is 5.2 billion rand a significant increase in support? In the 2024 audited financials, we could identify over 2.3 billion rand just from rates foregone and grants paid. The substantial cost of free basic services, indigent relief wasn't clearly isolated as a single figure then. Key question, does this 5.2 billion rand represent a genuine, large increase in the level of support provided, or does it largely reflect better, more transparent reporting by now including the full cost of free basic services that was previously less visible? We need clarity from the city on the year-on-year comparison of the actual support value. How is the social package funded? Funding source, cross-subsidy of paying residents and businesses plus national grants, equitable share. It's vital to understand how this 5.2 billion rand package is funded. By design, qualifying poor households contribute little or nothing towards their basic rates and services. The cost is covered primarily through cross-subsidization, meaning the tariffs and rates paid by non-indigent households and businesses fund these support measures. It's also funded by national government transfers, like the Equitable Share Grant, which is specifically intended to help municipalities provide free basic services to the poor. Important, revenue not generated from the poor for these services. This system aims to balance providing essential services with ensuring financial sustainability, relying on those who can pay to support those who cannot. The relief measures and adequacy. The package includes specific relief measures like the 400,000 rand rates-free portion for homes under 5 million rand, and 100% rebates for properties under 400,000 rand rates-free or households earning under 7,500 rand monthly. There's also the sliding scale for pensioners up to 22,000 rand income. Are rebate thresholds enough? Considering the 141% valuation hikes and inflation. While these measures exist, we must ask, are they sufficient? Have the income and property value thresholds kept pace with the 141% property valuation surge since 2010 and relentless cost of living increases? Do they adequately protect the missing middle, those just above the thresholds but still struggling immensely? The accessibility crisis, policy versus reality. Critical issue, pensioners rejected for relief despite hardship. Perhaps the biggest concern raised by our community forum relates to accessibility. We have received numerous reports from pensioners who state they applied for relief under the city's guidelines but were rejected, despite clearly demonstrating through a basic means test, their actual income versus essential expenses, that they cannot afford current municipal charges, let alone the proposed increases. Why? Rigid criteria? Property value trap? Doesn't consider disposable income? This points to a potential disconnect between the city's formal policy and the reality on the ground. Are the criteria too rigid? Does the property value threshold unfairly disqualify long-term homeowners whose only wealth is their home? Does the policy fail to consider real disposable income after high essential costs like medical bills? What is the value of a 5.2 billion rand package if those genuinely in need cannot navigate the bureaucracy or are excluded by inflexible criteria? Viability, is the package enough for the coming storm? Cumulative impact, rates hike plus water and sewerage fixed charges plus cleaning charge plus electricity structure plus inflation plus VAT? Finally, is this 5.2 billion rand package, whatever its real increase, viable and adequate considering the cumulative impact of the city's other budget proposals? Residents face an above-inflation rates hike, significantly restructured water and sanitation tariffs with high fixed charges linked to inflated property values, a new separate cleaning charge, especially impacting ESCOM areas, restructured electricity charges, plus general inflation and potential national tax hikes like VAT. Question: does our 5.2 billion truly cushion the full impact? Can this social package truly cushion the blow for all vulnerable households, including the missing middle and those pensioners currently being rejected for aid, against this multi-pronged increase in essential living costs? Conclusion on the social package. Social package concerns, are 5.2 billion, real increase or just better reporting? Relief criteria/thresholds, adequate and fair after inflation/valuation hikes? Accessibility crisis, why are needy pensioners being rejected? Adequacy, can it cushion the total impact of all tariff hikes and restructuring? In conclusion, while the 5.2 billion rand social package headline is significant, critical questions remain about its real value compared to previous years, the fairness and adequacy of its criteria in light of massively increased valuations and living costs, its accessibility to those genuinely in need, and its overall sufficiency to mitigate the harsh cumulative impact of the proposed budget. Thank you for watching the last segment of the city budget. In our final segment to follow, we will incorporate all aspects of all the segments and compare the 2024 actual financial spending with this upcoming draft budget to give context.